There's nothing worse than being on a campsite or venturing off the beaten track to find you've got zero mobile or Wi-Fi signal. We've all been there. You pull out your Fire Stick or your smart TV ready to relax with a movie with zero connection. You try to browse the web on your mobile phone, tablet or your laptop and nothing loads up. You need to upload or edit work videos remotely, but you're left dead in the water. It's not just the inconvenience, it's frustrating. And for those of us who rely on digital tools, even when we're on the move, it can be a real headache. But here's the good news. We may have found a solution. So before we jump into the unboxing and setting up of this device, I first want to introduce you to the Connect Play from Kuma. It's your ultimate portable 4G and indoor suction mount antenna, which is built for life on the move. It's 100% cyber secure and delivering speeds of up to 150 megabytes per second. This powerhouse keeps you connected anywhere in the world on any 4G network. It comes fully unlocked and super easy to set up. You just plug it in, power it on, and you're online in minutes. So that's whether you're out on the road, at sea, or just working from your garden office. It's powered by either a 240 volt AC or 12 volt DC power pack. It's the perfect fit for your caravan, campervan, motorhome, boat, or even just your back garden office or man cave. It can connect up to 32 devices at once with a range of up to 40 meters, which makes it perfect for streaming, working or gaming from inside or outside of your vehicle. Built tough with a solid metal case, this router is made to handle life on the move. And with a 2-year manufacturer's warranty and UK based support, help is always just a phone call away. Okay, so both the antenna and the router come in this nifty little box. They were well packaged, so thank you very much, Kuma. And they arrived yesterday. Thank you very much. And here we have the router. So I think we'll crack on with the router first. We'll do the unboxing. Nice sturdy box. It has a lid on, so we'll just lift this lid off. And then straight away we are greeted with some instructions. On first impressions, the instructions look very easy to understand and read. I mean, they do state that, you know, you're supposed to get this up and running within minutes, so I don't understand why. I mean, I'm a man, I don't really do instructions, but looking at them, they are pretty straightforward. So well done there. Right, so what else we got in the box? Straight away, this looks like it's the router. It's in a bag. Yeah, so first impressions, it's actually smaller than what I thought it would be. Very, very, very rugged. You can see it's a metal case. So if this was to be, if you weren't attaching it to the side of wherever you were going to be, I mean, it has the mounts there either side, as you can see. I don't think this comes with screws either, if you were to mount it. So you'd have to source your own screws. But if you were fixing this to a wall somewhere, and you know, it's not going to go anywhere. But failing that, if you were just to kind of leave it on a shelf, and it was battering around, it's quite solid, to be fair. So yeah, underneath we have the Ethernet ports, so that's where you can put your Ethernet cables and you run them to whatever Ethernet device that you wish to, like your laptop. And on the top there you have your SD card, that's where your adapter will go in for your SD, which we'll touch on in a little bit. There's also a QR code, so if you scan the QR code, I think that takes you through to Kuma itself direct. So if you do have any issues with this device, you can get in contact with somebody, and also there's a contact number there. On the back we have your SSID number and also your password. So if you can zoom in and see that password, if you do see us on a campsite, then you can get free Wi-Fi now, can't you? On the top we have the SMA connections, so that would be where your Wi-Fi antennas go into. And what I mean by Wi-Fi antenna, once they screwed into there, there's one either side and they just point up. That will be what sends the signal out to your devices such as your mobile phone, you know, your laptop, iPad or whatever it may be, whatever it is that you're using. And then underneath, the same principle, that is the SME connections, so they just screw in, and that is another 2 antennas that you could use, the LTE, and that is where the signal comes in from, wherever it's coming from, a satellite or wherever it is, you know, wherever it's being picked up from. So that is in. So yeah, we'll see what else we have in the box. Also on the front, there's lots of little lights and stuff there, so it'll tell you when it's powered on. I do like this because it's got a little smiley face there, and then you have a green light with the arrow there, which points to, if that's green, that indicates that you've got Wi-Fi, and then you're set to go. It also tells you whether you're running on 3G or 4G or whatever. So there are indicators there telling you where you are in the cycle once you've set it up. Right, so now we have the DC 12 volt adapter. So it's like a power supply, which will go into your cigarette style push-in connection. And as you can see there, that literally pushes into the bottom of there just like so. So that's where your power pin is. Very straightforward. Pushes in, and you just pop that into your 12 volt connection, and away you go. So yeah, pretty straightforward. We also have the 240 volt plug. Same again, if you're on a campsite where you have electric hookup, ideal, or if you're just, you know, from your garden, shed or whatever it may be, perfect. Now we have, what are these ones? So we have 4 antennas all together, and this one is the 2 Wi-Fi ones by the looks of it. Yeah, they're 2 Wi-Fi. So I'll just screw one in now, just for the purpose of showing you guys. So it literally just screws in. It's dead simple, and then you can reposition these anywhere you want to get the best signal going out to your devices. In fact, I'll put the other one on. It really is that easy. See what I mean? They just screw in. Dead simple. Very, very good. So you imagine I'm going to put mine on the side of a cabinet. I'll screw it in, and then, you know, we can move these antennas around for best coverage going out to our devices. And then on the next one we have the 2 antennas. I think that's all we got. Yeah, 2 antennas. These are the LTE ones. And same again, they would just plug into the bottom, just like so. And then you can maneuver these around wherever it is to get the best coverage. So that would be signal coming in, reading this unit, it's doing its job, reading its SD card, and then sending the signal out. But we are not going to be using these. There's 2 of them there, as you can see, because we're going to be plugging in this Play 5G and 4G antenna. And then the purpose for this is you can literally mount it anywhere around the caravan, and it's supposed to give you a better signal just all around. Right, what else do we have? We have the SD card adapters, and the beauty about this is there's 3 different types of SD cards you can have. You can have the bigger one, you can have, the micro SIM card, and also the nano SIM card. The nano one is basically what you have on mobile phones these days. I think I know the iPhone has a nano SIM card in. But yeah, at least it gives you their options, and it also comes with a pin. So the adapter did come with that. And I say that just, once you put your SIM card in, it literally just slots into the top of there. So yeah, that's ideal. So we'll go through that in just a second. What else do we get? We also got the BB Go, and this was free. I think you get 5 gig. It's a SIM card. So that's to get you up and running and get you on your way to start with, you know. And then I would imagine you would have to go and have a look at whatever package it is that you can do. Now, I do know on the Kuma website, it does give you some advice about SIM cards. You can go for a pay-as-you-go style. You can go for a rolling monthly contract one, or like a rolling monthly kind of setup. Or you can go for a 12, 24 month business one, or whatever it may be. You'd probably just have to go with whoever you think's best and do a bit shopping about and see what you can come up with. So now we'll unbox this Kuma Connect 4G antenna. We'll take it out of the box. So yeah, that's it there. So this will be ideal to mount on with the suction cup. Sit there, just pops in the back, just threads in. There's a little thread, just screw it in there, if you can see that. literally just screws in. And so you can mount that on any of the windows, anywhere around the caravan to get the best signal. It comes with it says the RG174 cable. I'm not quite sure of the length of that, but it is quite long looking at it, and that will be what screws up into your router. The dimensions are 185 by 185, and the weight is 240 grams. So yeah, so that's it. That's the unboxing. I think I've covered about everything on that. Now we'll go and try and plug it in and see if we can get this up and running and getting some signal to our devices. So for the purpose of this, I'm going to be using my own SIM card. I have a EE business SIM card that I'm going to be using, and it is the Nano SIM. So when you do put the SIMs together, you literally put the little Nano SIM card inside of that one, and then you have the bigger adapter. So you just basically put that into there like so, clips in place, and on the instructions it does tell you which way that the SIM card has to go into the router. Self-explanatory when you read through it. So again, just from the top, I'm just going to literally push it in until I hear a click, and that's it. And then she's all set to go. I'm just going to leave the antenna here on the table, just there to the side, and here we have the router, and then up here we have the 12 volt DC supply coming in. So I'm just going to plug that in, and then we'll see what happens. So first off, a whole load of lights just popped up. It's just doing its thing, and literally within, well, probably 10 seconds, I don't know if you can see there, we did have the Wi-Fi light come on, and then the bottom light come on, which said we have 4G, and then this one here with the arrow pointing to that light, which is now flashing, is now telling us that we now have access to the internet and to data. So I'm going to set it up to the phone now, and then we'll see what the internet speed's like. Right, okay, so on the back, that's the code that we need to be looking for. It is the SSID code, which begins with a LTE. So I found it on my phone. So if you see, it's that one there, the LTE. So I'll click on that, and then it's going to ask for a password. The password is on the back of the router. We'll pop that in, and then we'll see what connection we get. Right, so I've placed the router just over here and the antenna using the suction cup just up in the window. I'm now going to use speed test, and we'll see what megabytes per second we're actually getting from the router. So straight away up to 7, 8, 9, 10, nearly 11 megabits per second, 11, there you have it. And then we have an upload speed of just over around about 5 megabits per second. I think where we live and we have issues with our mobile phone signal anyway, we generally have to use the house Wi-Fi, which I've switched off while we're doing this, and we generally don't get a signal at all. We have 4G, I mean our phones are 5G, and the signal is always low. So if we're outside, we've got to go into the house to use the Wi-Fi if we do need to get on any of the devices. So that is good to see that it is, you know, throwing out that amount of megabytes per second, because we are in a very, very poor location. So now I'm going to try a couple of devices, and I'm just going to run them for 10 or 15 minutes and just see how they all operate, and I'll come back to you and let you know. I've been playing around with this roughly around about 10 or 15 minutes now. I've used my work laptop, I've used a couple of apps that I use for work, and there was no issues there. Search engines, not a problem. Google and all that, no issues. I've been onto social media on the iPad, the editing software that I use for when I'm doing vlogs, again, no issues, and also the phone. So all three devices have been connected, and there's been no lag. They've getting straight through. So first impressions, were really, really impressed with that. So we're now going to go away and review this over a month. We have a couple of campsites that we go to which I know do have poor signal, so it'll be good to try these devices out, and then what I'll do is I'll report back in a month and let you know and give you an update just on how well they are performing. But in the meantime, if anybody does have any questions about this, then obviously drop us a message, or you know, my email is in the main description if you just want to know how we're getting on with this. The other thing to mention, if you are looking at buying this package, this is the 4G Play package. It comes with the antenna and the router. Then you can go in the Kuma website, so I will leave a link in the description, and if you do put in Travel Northerners in the coupon code, in the voucher code, then you will get £20 off. So it's definitely worth it. I think this package is coming in roughly around about £220, £229. So that's it, everyone. Thanks very much for watching this review. We'll see how we get on, and hopefully we'll catch you again in the next one. So please stay tuned, and thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.